Share. Share. You're limited time, so I'm having time, and I've already wasted some. Okay. Who is ready to learn about pathways?
Yeah.
The Q&A is all about you. It's your lucky day. So because of that, I also want to stop and let you know ahead of time what we're going to be talking. But you can see up here, we're going to start at the very beginning. You have your pathway before you can do it. We're going to talk about navigating Basecamp. It can be a little overwhelming, so we'll talk about that. We're going to eventually get to completing your project and then submitting for your level. So nowhere to be here. So when we get your question, if I haven't answered your question in a second, you think I should have? All right. Let me do have a limited time today, so if I don't get to your question, it does not mean you don't have an important question. Email me afterwards. I'm happy to Zoom one-on-one, what help you may need. Just let me know. We have a lot of new folks. No, you're gonna get your pathway. We have a lot of people who are maybe getting done. You're getting close to being done with pathways, so you may be getting a new one. So let's talk about picking your pathway. I'm just gonna ask when you come in, you're gonna come over here. This is what you see when you first log in. You're gonna go to education programs. You're gonna go to pathways, and then you're gonna go to path and projects. You have options. So before you would even pick a pathway, you need to stop and say, what am I here today? What is my goal for being in Toastmasters? Because those goals are represented here. We have some people who are professional speakers. We have some people who just want to be the light party. They want to have a general conversation because talking to people is just overwhelming. We have some people that are boring corporate people, like you need to lead, strategize, and negotiate, do those things. There is a pathway for you. And underneath the hood here, so I'm doing personally dynamic leadership. When you come in here, you'll get a sneak peek of what's in here. Spoiler alert, level 1 and 2 is the same for everybody, so you can probably ignore those regardless of what you pick, you're doing it. Okay. Same with electives, they're the same. They allow you to customize for what you need to learn. But once again, kind of ignore it. Same. What you want to look at here is these contents. So for here, negotiating the best outcome, managing change. These are the competencies and skills that are going to be more specific to the pathway you choose. And so pay attention to those and think if that's something I want to learn, does that sound like something I'm going to be interested to speak about? That's the pathway for you. So once you've picked your pathway, you'll come back here to Pathways Learning Experience. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say that I lied. I'm going to go back here. At the bottom, it'll say choose a path. Go and click choose your path. It's going to ask you some questions and you'll be able to do it. When you join Masters, you get one pathway. I would say it's free, but you did pay Toastmasters. So you join Toastmasters, you get one free. If you come in, there's a couple that you want to pick. One of those people, your decision in life, if you fit pathway, whatever the case may be, you want to do more than one. You can buy another one. I think it's like $20. So you can have more than one. Next time you in, after you've picked your path, you're going to see this giant button. You can't miss it. It says go to BAM. And that's where I'm going to stop here and ask you if you have any questions before we dive into going to Basecamp, looking at all of the details of your path. Are there any questions at this point?
Is there a reason that levels 1 and 2 were always the same?
That is an excellent question. I'm going to do that really quick. They are building fundamental skills, and so we'll talk about that. Okay. So when you click your path, I'm going to kind of skip ahead because Master's site is not the fastest. Okay. So when you come in here, Toasters tries to be very helpful to you. Dump you back to where you most likely it's where you wanted to be. I was working on that project. I want to get back to that project. Sometimes it's not so helpful, and then you're overwhelmed. Where how do I get to where I need to? Fear not, my friends. All you need to do is click on this overview button at the top, and it's going to get you to this view. I shouldn't have clicked on it. There we go. So it's going to give you an overview of all of your levels and the detail underneath. The cool thing about it is you'll see these green check marks. That is your goal in this my friend. Green check marks, badges. It's your green check marks. It'll also show you all the things hood, so you can go ahead and sneak ahead if you want to. So today is going to be my first secret. There are rules to completing this. There's a lot of work in here. And while I do have a recommendation I'll get to in a second, you can skip ahead. And so if you're ready to do a speech and there's a elective or some speech further along level, do it. There's no rule. You can absolutely do that. I personally did that. I was at level 2. I would be doing a presentation at work. And so skipped ahead to level 3, did the presentation software. And if you heard something there, I said, I did a presentation at work. I didn't come in here. You didn't have to do that boring speech. My company has Toastmasters. So I reached out to somebody at Toastmasters. Said, hey, can you show up today? Your evaluation form, can you get an evaluation? At work, while I was on the clock, I got credit and I check mark. So you can do those two things. You can go to another club and give a speech. And you can skip ahead if it makes sense. Right? So we're going to talk about level 1. And the title says it all, which gets the semester's question. It is mastering the fundamentals. So while I said you can skip ahead, my recommendation is if you are brand new to Toastmasters, just do level 1. Go all the way through from beginning to end and in order. There's a reason for that. It's because it's giving fundamentals. It's right there in the middle. It's giving you core that you need to learn to prepare a speech. It's just, oh my, the first one, just getting up talking. One, you're tough. But it also will tell you how to prepare a speech, how to do all the cool stuff. So it'll tell you how to do your vocal variety and tell people to come here. Those are all skills of your level 1 and possibly your level 2 as well. All right. So at least go to level 1 in order. When you come in here, on the very first page, you're going to see all the things you need to do. Now, this is applicable to every level. You're going to see the speeches you need to do. Those are your core piece of what you're targeted to learn in this level. And down here, hot off the presses. Not been here the last couple months. Very important. Now, in front of you, you'll see this cool little handy spreadsheet. New required are roles. No longer can you avoid here and volunteering during the meeting. It is a requirement. The roles change as you go up in levels. Quantity and the complexity go up. So make note of this. This is a cool spreadsheet that was together by someone else in another club shared with us. So my printer went crazy, so let's take a few, share it with your friends. 2 things I want to call out. Also new. Level 1. Right after you get your orientation, you do a table topics. You need to do your table topics before you even prepare your speech. So I'm going to leave you off the schedule. My schedule. So nothing personal. My intent is you're going to and say, hey, tabletop person, give me table topics today. Okay. Trust me to help them. So up here, if you wanted 2 minutes, and then go ahead and move on. For my folks at level 3 through 5, I want to call something else out. A better speaker series and a club series speech. You get to do 2 more, all right? So these are pre-prepared by the Toastmasters. They give you a cool PowerPoint, share this with the club, educate us. Here's the things we want you to do. What it is not a script. You give your personal spin on it, do a project, read what you do, and then go ahead and deliver a speech. My last point before I've been asked for more questions. These club speeches, as well as many of the electives, was announced today, 15 to 20 minutes. My friend said it's much more than 5 to 7 minutes. So when I contact you, beginning of the month, say, hey, what's your availability? Can you do a speech? You're like, I will do a speech. Please let me know. It's a little more than 5 to 7 minutes. We can adjust the schedule and make it happen for you. People over the years have split it into 2 different meetings. I can't give you time to deliver the speech meeting. I need to know. So I'm going to give you the information about this. So we'll continue to attack month. Let me know role, as well as know what your speech length is going to be. That was a lot of information. So I'm going to formal before I jump into how to complete a project, actually go through the motions and ask if anyone has any more.
Yes, realizing that, like myself, not everyone is going to read every detail of the education part of for speech that you're preparing for.
Mhm.
What would be the most important part to focus on when you're going in? Okay, my next speech, what should I read or look at?
It's a hard answer, Julie. So I'm
Or maybe anybody else that they.
So I am gonna get into completing the project and it's different pieces to it. And what I think is most important. Anyone else when they're completing it, there's something else that they think is very important when preparing their speech.
Each speech usually has a project list. We focus on that, see what the specifics are. Like today, communication type or whatever, and it kind of spells out.
Okay. Are there any other questions? No?
Yeah. You say the label 1 and 2 is all the same. But if you already compare one page to choose one page, do you still need to complete 1 and 2?
Starting back at the beginning. What I think is your icebreaker speech will be much easier this time. Yeah, you need to go through and do that all over again and kind of spice up your learnings in those.
Yes.
It's hard.
I would like to ask if this is correct, but if you're doing a speech and you can't handle all the business of the emails, provide your evaluator with specific evaluation that's tied to your pathways, that's in your process, print it out and present it to whomever's supposed to evaluate you. Is the correct thing to do?
Yes, ma'am. Well, are right on jumping into the next piece. Quick time check here. All right, let's talk about that.
Oh, there,
Yes.
it's possibly a question.
Yeah. Zoom friends, Zoom friends. My goodness, I do want you to know that Julie popped that resource in there, so I will be giving it to you in email. The resource should be in the chat for you as well. So Zoom, I apologize. What is the question?
Natalia had a question. Who can I refer to ask questions about pathways, troubleshooting, navigating, and speeches?
Mentors. My friends, if you have mentors, if you don't have a mentor, we'll get you a mentor. Or a mentor can help guide you through this. Your mentor should also be there to help you with your first. When you first join the club, we'll try to hook you up with a mentor to help you and also get you set up for success with a couple speeches. As you grow, you don't want that mentor anymore. It's optional. They're here to help you going. But if there's someone else that has something about them and you want to know, reach out to Max, our mentor coordinator, and he'll hook you up with. Okay, I'm gonna stop here so I can get to the next section. All right. And that is about what some people started to touch on, completing your project. You're not here. This is my project. This is what I'm working on right now. There's a lot, as you can see. So you want to skim through it. There are a couple things composed in. There's things to read. There's cool videos to watch. About a year ago, they also put in internet content, so you can do little quizzes to check your knowledge and your thoughts and some dreams and stuff in there. Personally, I do tend to do the fill in the blanks, so if I skip anything, that would be it. As Victoria mentioned too, one of the first things that you'll do when you come in here is you're this first page and there's all of these resources download. It's cool to have it in print if you're one, but the most important one, as she called out, is the evaluation resource. Print that thing. Give it to your evaluator. Spencer has. So this is letting your evaluator know the skills that you were supposed to be working on. And on top of that, if I hold Spencer ahead of time, which hey Spencer, can you make sure I'm not doing this and get all crazy? You know, it'll look for gestures or things I want him also to be working on or I'm trying to work on it. He can call that out. So it's setting you up for success or good feedback, is setting your evaluator up to good feedback. When you finish and do all details and write your student get up here, you need to complete your project. It's the green marks. So come in here, you can fill think about what you learn. You can also contact your evaluator. This is an older one I did, but you can put in your title, the date you did it. You can put in here, log it. You can email your evaluator, send it. It's an email from Toastmasters when it's this fun.
I may have, but I definitely got from you.
Okay.
So I got the evaluator form. Is that,
There's two, so I did try this. I don't necessarily trust that. I have no idea.
You know what? Let's check it out, because I'm actually in it right now.
Okay.
We tried that once,
Yeah.
we didn't get it, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I only got one that says
Yeah.
phone evaluation. It's got text.
Okay.
That's messy.
All right, multiple people have tested this. It's sketchy, my friends, but you can at least log your information because you can see this is a speech I gave a while ago. So I saved the log and it still has all the details in there. So if you maybe come back and look at it, at least save the log there. But download the evaluation resource. I did do it that way because we have our speech intro form. So I just send it all out that time with the
Oh, save me.
Give me one second. When you are super done, you've given your speech, you've done all the things, you've gotten your feedback, you feel good, completed everything. Click the button to say that you've completed it. There's a button here to complete it. Click it. The final step with that is completing a level. Okay, complete your level as a whole. So once you are like so full on these green check marks, you're like, oh my gosh, I did all this. Get the ultimate. The ultimate, my friends, is a badge. Look at that badge. You get that by completing your level. So that is the work that you've done represented there on that beautiful screen. I think you might be able to share it on LinkedIn too, because everybody cares. So do it. Selfishly, this is a personal development education program. We're here for yourself. However, this is a team sport. Okay, team sport. When you complete your level, the club gets its credit. We don't get these cool ribbons just because Greg's our fearless leader. We have a cool name. We're really old. We get these because you did the work. So for every level you complete, we get a check mark. And so then Julie can go, hey, look, we're doing our work. My team's doing my work. So the team's, right? I think that's it. Talked about picking your path, right? Talked about picking your path. We talked about navigating cumbersome basic scam. Talked about completing projects, completing your levels. Lots. Questions? Do you still have a question?
Sorry.
No, that's
I dived into this when I was doing speeches of not record what the title of my speech was or what day this was. No idea. That's why you tend to text your evaluator. It's not for them. It's now it's logged in your journey. Just don't be me.
yeah.
Because now I really care about advancement and I have no idea how to find the dates and the tiles places.
And to be fair, this thing here that you're seeing on the screen is new. That was also something that was released with the update like last summer or a year ago. So that is cool, and that will help you as well if you just at least do that piece. Keeping track of what your due date was. If not, it's just bonus speech. You got execution. So that's what happened.
So you can retroactively go back if you have all your data and enter every speech you've done in the last, my case, years.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all based on trust. This is a program for you.
Yes.
This program is for you. So I'm trusting that if you're checking boxes, you did the work. I'm trusting if you're saying you're completing your level, you put your work. If you're the only person that's going to do your land cap.
Let's on the questions, if we are way against time. So see a little, have any questions?
You bet. You bet. Yes.
Sorry.
We are at time at my clock. So we need to wrap it up now. So if you have any more questions and answers today, and you have exceptional questions throughout, email me. Now I can do a Zoom meeting, Greg, Max, Julie, anybody who's willing to help. All right. Thank you, everybody, man.